There's a truth many mature men have already discovered. Some young women are drawn to the experience, wisdom, and confidence that only a man with years of life and perspective can offer. Sometimes, without even realizing it, you spark a special interest in a younger woman who feels a mix of respect and attraction, compelling her to flirt in a way that's different, more subtle and discreet. Unlike a mature woman who tends to be more direct, younger women rarely express themselves openly. They prefer hints, gestures, and glances that invite you to uncover their interest. And this is where things get interesting. As an experienced man, you're used to interacting with younger women in a friendly or cordial manner. But what happens when the signals she sends go beyond simple friendliness and start revealing genuine interest? The truth is, in this type of seduction, the game becomes much more nuanced and complex. Perhaps it's happened to you at work, in a meeting, or even in casual encounters, where you notice something different in how she treats you, a kind of shy yet bold flirtation that invites you to discover what she's really feeling. Because yes, dear listener, it's a challenge for them too. You're a man who inspires a playful sense of shyness in them, making them feel timid, and that only adds to the charm. But to recognize a young woman's genuine interest, you need to learn how to pick up on those indirect signals, those unspoken gestures that are there, waiting for you to interpret them. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm Celia, and this is Wisdom for Living, a space where I help you navigate these subtleties and connect authentically with that spark of interest. So, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because today we're diving into how a young woman greets you when she's truly interested, and how you can respond with confidence and ease to keep that attraction growing. Let's get started. Number 1, the casual touch. That's not so casual. When a young woman feels a genuine attraction to a mature man, she knows she must act with subtlety. Bold moves aren't her style, but that doesn't mean she won't find ways to get closer to you. One of the most common gestures you'll notice is the so-called casual physical touch. This could be a light brush on your arm as she speaks to you, a touch on your shoulder to emphasize a point, or even a slight lean forward, bringing her hand or leg just a bit closer to yours. These small touches aren't as accidental as they might seem. It's her discreet way of crossing the line, testing your reaction, and gradually breaking down that barrier of distance without drawing too much attention. And while it might appear innocent, these moments are deliberate. She's signaling her intent to close the gap, not just physically, but emotionally too. Often, these touches happen in settings where the situation makes contact easier, perhaps during an engaging conversation, in a space where you're naturally seated closer together, or in a more casual gathering. These contexts allow her to justify these accidents, while making them feel natural. And even though she's fully aware of what she's doing, her goal is for you to notice, to see that she's comfortable moving closer and willing to cross those boundaries little by little. In these moments, your response is crucial. If you sense her leaning in, brushing your arm, or letting her hand linger near yours, stay calm and composed. Avoid exaggerated movements or impulsive reactions. Instead, maintain a relaxed demeanor that shows you're at ease and that you understand her intentions without overreacting. Sometimes, a simple smile, a steady gaze, or a subtle shift toward her is enough to let her know you've picked up on her signal and are open to her pace. An experienced man knows there's no need to rush. She wants to see that you're paying attention, but also that you have the confidence to handle these subtle cues with grace. By showing her that you're neither flustered nor caught off guard, you give her the reassurance that she can continue exploring her interest in you without feeling the pressure to be overt. This is what transforms the casual touch into a bridge of connection, an invitation to closeness that can deepen as you maintain that perfect balance between confidence and respect. Because remember, dear listener, for a young woman drawn to someone like you, that accidental touch is far more than a simple gesture. It's her way of signaling that she's ready to get closer and see how far things can go, as long as you respond in kind, with the same subtle language the language of someone who knows how to interpret her cues and give her the space to keep moving closer. Number 2, the privileged laughter. When a young woman feels attracted to a mature man, something shifts in how she reacts to everything he says. Suddenly, your comments, even the simplest ones, seem to have a special effect on her. You might notice she laughs at your jokes, even if they're not the funniest, or that a casual remark brings out a wide, genuine smile. This privileged laughter is one of the most powerful signals she can give, as it shows that, in her eyes, you've been placed in a special category, set apart from the rest. A young woman who laughs more at your jokes or finds your comments particularly amusing does so because she enjoys your presence and wants you to feel comfortable around her. In a way, she's inviting you to notice the chemistry she feels when you're nearby. Through her laughter, she creates a relaxed and enjoyable atmosphere where you can be yourself without trying too hard. After all, humor and laughter are profound forms of connection, ways for her to show you that she appreciates you and truly enjoys spending time with you. Think of this exclusive laughter as a silent invitation. She's letting you know that she values your company and that, when you're around, everything seems to shine a little brighter. Maybe you've noticed this in a group setting, where she laughs at your jokes more than anyone else's, even when others are trying to be funny too. It's a gesture of camaraderie that goes beyond ordinary friendliness. It's a unique wavelength that only exists when there's attraction. Psychology tells us that humor is one of the most effective ways to create emotional connections, especially when there's an age difference. By laughing with you in this way, she's showing that she feels at ease, that she sees a spark in you she doesn't find in others. At the same time, it's her way of telling you she doesn't need you to be someone else. She values the authenticity and confidence that only a man with experience can bring. So, when you find yourself in these situations, enjoy the moment and respond naturally. Don't feel the need to try harder to be funny or to impress her. Her genuine laughter is already proof that the attraction is there. Let her continue to feel comfortable around you, to savor the lightness you bring, and to build that connection spontaneously. Remember, at this stage in your life, your authenticity and confidence are your greatest assets. She's drawn to you because she sees something different, something that doesn't need embellishments or pretenses. Let her enjoy that genuine side of you, and you'll see how that laughter, that special connection, becomes a bridge inviting her to come even closer to you. Number 3, the body language that gives you the green light. The body speaks before the mind does. And when a young woman feels attracted to a mature man, her body language gives her away in ways she often can't control. No matter how much she tries to appear indifferent or composed, her body starts sending unconscious signals that reveal her true interest. This is where you, with the calm and experience that come with years, have the upper hand. You know how to read those subtle gestures she can't hide. For instance, pay attention to whether you notice a faint blush on her cheeks when you're near. That unexpected flush is a physical reaction triggered by attraction or vulnerability, something she can't control, and that betrays her feelings despite herself. She might also become a bit fidgety, adjusting her hair or touching her neck while talking to you. These are telltale signs of nervousness and a desire to look good for you, to present an image that captures your attention. Another powerful signal is the direction of her feet. Psychology reveals that when we're interested in someone, our feet tend to point toward them, almost like a compass. If you notice that, as you're talking, her feet are directed at you. Even in a group setting or when seated at a distance, it's a clear sign her body is aligned with yours, silently inviting you to come closer. It's an unconscious gesture that signals connection and attraction she may not yet fully realize herself. And of course, her eyes say it all. A young woman who's attracted to you will often seek out your gaze fleetingly, holding it just a second longer than usual before quickly looking away, almost with a playful shyness. That combination of curiosity and bashfulness is a giveaway. Sometimes, you might even notice her leaning slightly toward you as you speak, unconsciously closing the physical gap between you. These subtle movements, taken together, reveal a lot about how she feels. So, how should you respond? This type of attraction is a game of patience and wisdom, and you're in the driver's seat. Stay calm, don't rush to react or show nervousness, because it's your composure that will reassure her you're aware of her interest without pressuring her. Remember, your experience is your greatest asset. While she explores her feelings through these gestures, you have the ability to interpret them with confidence and respond with a steady, grounded presence. Allow her to continue expressing these small signs of interest without feeling the need to be direct. Respond with relaxed body language, an open posture, and a calm gaze that lets her know she's seen and understood. There's no need to move things forward immediately. Enjoy this dance of glances, gestures, and silences. Over time, you'll notice how, as you give her space and show that you can read her signals without rushing, she'll open up even more, trusting in the stability and confidence you project. When a young woman gives you this green light with her body language, the best thing you can do is savor the moment and maintain your role as the wise observer, someone who understands the game and handles it with grace. Because, in the end, attraction born from such subtlety has the potential to create a genuine and deep connection, one that only someone with your experience can navigate with true mastery. If you've been enjoying this video so far and have started to recognize the signals young women show when they feel a special attraction to a mature man, don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button to support this content. Stick with me until the end, because the most revealing insights are still to come. And for those truly committed to understanding every nuance of this game of signals, I've prepared a special bonus that will completely change how you see these situations. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you. Let's keep going. Number 4, the search for your approval. When a young woman feels attracted to a mature man, she begins subtly seeking your approval, as if testing the waters. She might ask if the color of her outfit suits her, if you like her style, or even what you think about something she's said or done. What she's really after is your attention, a kind of validation that lets her know you've noticed those details about her. But here's the key. A young woman is used to hearing that everything about her is perfect. She's at the peak of her attractiveness, and chances are many people constantly tell her how beautiful and charming she is. What she doesn't expect, and what will make you stand out, is someone who isn't so easily impressed. This is where you can use the push and pull technique, showing moderate interest, but always with a hint of mystery and control. If she asks, for instance, whether the color of her dress suits her, don't go for the typical, "Yes, you look gorgeous." Instead, say something that's positive, but leaves a bit of room for curiosity. You could reply, "That color looks nice on you, though I think another shade might suit you even better." This way, you're giving her a compliment, but also signaling that you're not completely captivated, that you're not an easy win. Another example could be if she asks about her hairstyle. Instead of telling her it's perfect, you might say, "It looks good on you, but I imagine a slightly more natural style could make you look even more radiant." The goal here is to show that you have your own standards, that your interest isn't unconditional, and that you won't simply shower her with praise to win her over. This isn't about being overly critical, but about demonstrating that you're a man with discernment, someone who doesn't fall head over heels at the first sign of attention. A young woman will notice this immediately, because in her world, where most people are quick to say yes to everything, meeting someone who doesn't offer blanket approval is a refreshing challenge. And remember, people are often drawn to what makes them put in a little effort. When using this approach, it's important to keep the tone light and playful. This isn't about criticizing, but about making her feel like there's room for improvement, that she can still work a bit to truly catch your attention. This intrigue will keep her engaged, wanting to earn your approval because she senses a challenge in you, someone who doesn't give in easily. This not only keeps her interested, but also allows you to maintain your position as a confident and selective man, someone who knows what he wants and isn't easily swayed. So, the next time she asks for your opinion, use this push and pull strategy wisely. Show her that you have your own perspective, that you know how to give a compliment without losing your footing, and that you're not there to flatter her at every turn. She'll see you as someone different, someone who isn't just trying to please, but someone genuine. And for a young woman, that's an irresistible invitation to learn more about you and to strive for your attention. Number 5, conversations that don't stay on the surface. When a young woman is interested in a mature man, her approach to conversations changes. She moves away from superficial topics and seeks to dive deeper into everything he says. Sometimes this can seem subtle. Maybe you make a joke or mention something casually, and not only does she laugh, but she also asks follow-up questions or brings the topic up again later. It's as if she's looking for any excuse to keep the conversation going, to open the door for you to share more about yourself so she can connect with you on a deeper, emotional level. For example, perhaps you've shared a simple anecdote, and she doesn't just listen, she asks for more details, how you felt in that situation, or what you learned from it. Or maybe you casually reflect on something you enjoy, and she brings it up again in your next conversation, showing you that she remembers your words and values what you have to say. This genuine interest in every detail is her way of strengthening the bond, of letting you know that your words hold a special significance for her. Here's where you can show her that you have more to offer than surface-level stories or small talk. Use this opportunity to share your values, your experiences, and the lessons that only time can teach. Remember, part of her attraction to you stems from the depth and confidence you've cultivated over the years. She wants to know this version of you, the one shaped by your reflections and life lessons. By opening up in this way, you give her the chance to connect with you on a meaningful level, deepening the attraction and showing her that you operate on a completely different plane. That said, keep a hint of mystery. Share details, yes, but don't lay everything out all at once. This is what I call the gradual reveal. Give her glimpses of your story, your achievements, or your insights, but always leave some questions unanswered, leaving room for her curiosity to grow. For instance, if you tell her about a life-changing experience, share the story, but leave out a detail or two that might spark her interest. This not only keeps her engaged, but also strengthens the connection between you both. You can also apply a subtle push and pull dynamic in the conversation. If you notice she's deeply interested in a topic or your perspective, respond positively, but leave space for her to contribute. For example, if she asks your opinion on a subject, share your thoughts, but then ask her what she thinks, what she would do, or what it means to her. This shows her that you value her opinion while giving her an opportunity to open up even more with you. Remember, dear listener, this deep interest in your words and your story is a powerful sign. She's not just drawn to you physically, she's fascinated by who you are, what you've lived through, and what you can teach her. Use this space to project that wisdom and authenticity that only comes with experience, and you'll see how the connection grows even stronger. Because in the end, true attraction isn't built on the superficial, it's rooted in those conversations that carry weight, leave a lasting impression, and make her want to come back for more. Number 6, don't be swayed by her beauty or fooled by her age. This lesson is especially for you, someone who's come this far, committed to understanding these signals and exploring life with wisdom and enthusiasm. As a mature man who has built himself through hard work and dedication, who has earned what he has, whether it's much or little, but always well-deserved, you naturally attract younger women. However, this is where you must remain calm, not get carried away by the excitement of the moment, and remember the importance of looking beyond the surface. Meet young women, enjoy their company, live new experiences, and do what truly pleases you, because you've reached a stage where freedom is your greatest treasure. Today there are countless ways to connect and build relationships, but never forget to protect yourself and what you've built. Not everyone who comes into your life will respect who you are and what you've achieved. Self-respect is your foundation. It's what allows you to recognize who genuinely deserves a place in your life and who doesn't. When a young woman shows interest, it's natural to wonder whether her attraction is genuine or if it's driven by something more superficial, like what you can provide in terms of stability or resources. This is where your experience becomes your greatest strength. Don't fall into the trap of instant gratification just because a young woman seems interested in you. Life has already taught you that while beauty is always appealing, it's not enough to build a true or lasting relationship. The key is to be patient and observe carefully, not to be easily impressed or give in without ensuring that her interest goes deeper than the surface. Remember, you have an advantage over younger men. You've been through struggles and triumphs, faced challenges, and know what it takes to build and sustain a life. Don't reveal everything about yourself too quickly, your achievements, your possessions, or your character. Maintain your mystery and keep your personal life private until you meet someone who truly deserves it. A man who protects his privacy and carefully chooses who he lets into his life projects genuine confidence and strength, qualities that can't be faked. The wisdom you've gained through the years is your best defense against those who might only be drawn to superficial things. Take care of yourself and guard what you've built. Keep your personal life reserved and let genuine interest reveal itself through actions, patience, and respect. A deep connection only flourishes when there's mutual admiration and respect, when she sees in you something more than just stability or experience. This lesson is a reminder that, while youth and beauty are captivating, your true strength lies in your character, your calmness, and your ability to see beyond first impressions. Don't be easily swayed or drawn in solely by what's on the surface. You are a man who has worked on himself, and if a young woman truly wants to be with you, it will be because she recognizes a deeper value in you, something no one else can offer. This is the true worth of a mature man, knowing when to open his life and when to hold back, always preserving respect for himself and what he's built. Because self-respect is your shield, your greatest ally, and anyone who wants to be part of your life must respect, admire, and value it. At the end of the day, dear listener, what truly makes us attractive, fulfilled, and wise is how we choose to live and the quality of our relationships. The gestures and signs of interest we've explored today are opportunities to build authentic, meaningful connections that add value to your life and strengthen your path. It's not just about recognizing whether a young woman admires you or feels attracted to you. It's about understanding that, at this stage of life, you set the pace, the boundaries, and the worth of every connection. This space we share is a haven of wisdom, where we can discuss these topics with the depth and respect they deserve. Here, we aim to go beyond superficiality, diving into truths and nuances that are rarely spoken out loud. My goal is for us to find ways to improve our quality of life, not just in intimate matters, but in everything we do. Because every small change, every moment of reflection, and every insight we embrace is reflected in our well-being and the happiness we radiate to those around us. If this is your first time here, I invite you to subscribe and activate the notification bell, because in upcoming topics, I want to keep surprising you, helping you see the world of relationships and life through a deeper lens. And if you've made it this far, it means you're committed to yourself and your personal growth, and I want to acknowledge that. So, to know who has truly connected with this message until the end, comment with the phrase, "I love wisdom," and tell me where you're listening from. I'd love to know who's walking this path of wisdom and growth with me. See you in the next video.